people.
So they are bad with
Interpersonal skills. Coming back to the conversation that we had before about how to communicate with people.
Green light.
Welcome one.
Welcome many.
To your house of knowledge. This is Dumplings and Somethings, the fun place where you can take your shoes off, grab your drink of choice. We talk about the dumplings in life and hopefully you learn something.
Disclaimers. What? Sorry?
What's up, my introduction?
My bad. Keep going.
I'm Danzi on mic number 1. We have
Mr. T.
Mic number 2.
Mr. T on the dumplings.
We here have a dumplings immediately, guys.
Disclaimers, I'm not gonna chew this time on the mic.
How you doing, bro? You good?
Doing good.
You sure?
Oh yeah.
You came inside here hot and heavy today, like you're ready for violence.
Yeah.
I
won't say I'm ready for violence.
Like Kendrick Lamar on Future's new song when he was attacking J. Cole and Drake.
That song. Nah, man, not hot and heavy. I'm heavy, but not hot.
Yeah.
Man's not hot.
Man's not hot. We're stressing you out right now.
Yeah. Things that shouldn't be discussed openly.
No sin. That's life. I hope that you're able to get through this, man. How do you deal with your stress? Like, do you have any healthy or unhealthy ways of handling stress?
I think the only healthiest way, literally the healthiest way, but not necessarily healthy in the general sense, would be for me to smash some things.
Smash?
Yes, to break some things. Like I have to exert my violence onto some object somewhere. Like a guy with a punching bag.
I told you need to join kickboxing.
Kickboxing. Eventually
you're sleeping on it, bro.
I am sleeping on it.
You're sleeping on it.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, the listeners, Yuki has an axe.
I don't think that's something to be declared.
No.
On a pod.
No, he has an axe, and I remember when he moved to Munich, and I was like, "Why do you have an axe?" And he says he just used to randomly chop wood
in case of violence,
like a lumberjack.
Yes.
It wasn't because of violence, because it's like a lumberjack. You were chopping wood.
Because I like to chop some firewood for a good fireplace.
You would definitely.
I am a man of fireplaces.
Oh, hey, that's a certain eloquence of man. I think I could see you chopping wood, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like,
if I need to exert.
If you had a hut.
I'm going hot, I chop some wood.
Yeah, I think that's your bag.
I would. If I have the leisure, the luxury to do so, yes, I think I might resort to chopping firewood.
Did you ever had any like negative ways of dealing with stress?
Not really. Maybe more like a little child just fumble on my bed. And just stuff a pillow in my face. The child. Yeah.
So nothing like gambling or no alcohol and stuff.
No, knowing those places could be easily addicted to. Those are no good places for me. Alcohol, whatever vices. I have the tendency to be addicted to something. Definitely.
Addictive personality.
I have addiction tendencies. And that's something that I know.
Is that the reason why you're rubbing your arm right now? I need it.
Nah.
It's in my blood, my veins.
Yeah. Knowing there's a tendency, so but then again, I won't be addicted to smoking. Although I did social smoke in the past.
Cigarettes?
Yes, and we
smoke with cigarette
and some of that cigarette.
A cigarette. How do I deal with stress? I try to deal with it as the most positive way I can. I work out like every guy.
I think workout is a good, yes, definitely. Anything
like every
that
guy who tries to exert it healthily
exerts testosterone.
Yeah,
you know.
Unhealthy would be comfort eating. Too much chocolate.
Stress eating, you mean?
Stress. For me, it's comfort eating. When I'm stressed, you're right.
Stress eating.
Either I'm stressed and I don't want to eat, or I'm stressed and I just want to eat sweet stuff. And comfort eating for me is like sweet stuff.
Because stress eating, technically, you are not seeking comfort.
You're seeking comfort.
Yeah. I guess just two of the same faces of a coin.
When I'm extremely heavily stressed, I have no appetite.
Yeah,
But then
same,
when I get to my personal space,
then you start eating.
Eating sweet
stress,
stuff.
Yeah, but stress eating would be when you're stressed, you also stuff yourself with food. So that's stress eating.
It could also be like types of stuff that you eat.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. What about, do you know
follow?
Do you know anyone who's ever done negative coping mechanisms?
Wow. Do we want to call out our friends? No.
You don't call people names. I mean, like, do you know any?
Know somebody? Not that I'm aware of. I know when people are stressed, people are emotional, people just kind of recluse into their own lair and do whatever they do in their own space. They won't do it in public. I unhealthily would exert my emotion in public, and that is sometimes very hard to control. I try to.
Like how? Give me an example.
No, like I'm in the office with my colleague. My colleague started to ask more questions just to break the heat, because he knows that I'm stressed. But I told him, I just responded to him in like a single sentence.
One word answers.
One sentence answers. Then I just try to put the conversation to an end. Reality isn't fair, but sometimes
reality isn't fair.
Most times reality is unfair. But I was hoping, I guess I didn't communicate to him. I didn't tell him, say, hey, look, I need some space now. I need to focus. Don't talk. Could have said that, but I didn't say it.
That raises a good question. Like, the question where, because the people that you work with are the people that you see for like, you see these people like 8, maybe 9 hours a day.
Damn right.
Like for those of you all who go to work and don't do home office that much. And it's almost like you have to learn interpersonal ways how to communicate with them, right? For like for a good employer, it's a lot of people skills.
Damn right.
Like for a good employer.
In office employer.
Yeah.
Employee.
No, I'm talking about the employer, the boss.
The boss.
Like, if you're a good boss, you have to really invest a lot of time in learning people skills.
Oh yeah, damn right.
Just bosses how to talk to them, bro.
Bosses who don't know how to be people person,
they
will be terrible bosses.
They would always find themselves in a situation of constantly firing and hiring.
Yeah, that's exactly what's happening.
People leaving, and they have to hire new people because their interpersonal skills suck. And swallow.
They swallow hard.
Pause. And that's something that's something as a leader you need to learn. I mean,
even as an employee, you would have to as well, just to communicate your frustration sometimes.
But I give you a pass if you're an employee compared to an employer. Like an employer, I expect you to know how to do interpersonal skills. For sure. You get me? Like, I think you need to invest in learning how to do that properly. You dig? But doesn't say that an employee also doesn't need to work on how they try to communicate or how they communicate their frustrations. Like, I know when I'm working and I'm frustrated, either with myself or with projects or deadlines, I get very quiet, but I work,
Right.
And then when something that my colleagues have noticed is that when I'm super stressed out, I kind of just lock into my work, and I don't really take breaks.
Yep. Same.
And some colleagues would go on like lunch and they would have lunch together.
I didn't even take lunch last week.
I wouldn't take lunch. And then some colleagues would actually ask me, like, whenever they catch me in a downtime, and they'd be like, are you upset with us because you're not eating with us? And I'll be like, no, it's just because
I'm upset the fact that we're in a tight spot right now and it's not fun. I don't
you in a tight spot.
I am in a tight spot.
Yeah.
Not just that, I mean, my colleagues are in a tight spot as well. Knowing how much how much work, how much precision has to be how much work has to be performed with precision, and knowing the senior employee doesn't have sufficient technical skills, I get a little concerned while worrying about my work as well. I worry about other people, which is unnecessary, to be honest. Sometimes, not all the time unnecessary.
Kind of necessary, especially if you guys are a team.
Yeah, exactly. So we are a team.
That's another thing, bro. Like, I don't know about you, but like, maybe in architecture, obviously but a lot of everything that we learned is like you're working by yourself, you're working a few groups, projects, whatever. But and you're so used to depending on yourself.
Yeah.
And depending on yourself to meet your whatever school deadlines you have.
Yeah.
But now when you go into the world of work, in any type of career, and then now you have to work in a team of people who have different speeds and different understandings and different capabilities. Now you have to kind of figure out, how do I maneuver in these waters? Because now it goes from a space where you can just count on yourself and be as professional or as pseudo-professional as you can be, but you get the job done, to now working with others and setting an example for the younger staff, but also maintaining a good quality of work and then
maintaining relationships.
Yes, like a lot of interpersonal skills, bro, and patience.
Sometimes I really.
So a lot of people don't have it actually.
I won't say I have it too. To be honest,
a lot of people don't like to work with other people.
I think I come to understand different people have different capabilities. I definitely have shortcomings in other places, and I know that some people have shortcomings in other places. What I don't like when I work with people is that we only start playing catching up with learning when the deadline is tight. So that's the problem I have now. I suppose that's a good 15 minutes on work.
Yeah.
What shall we talk about?
I don't know. Today,
You watch any film? No.
I haven't. I've been watching the Avatar, the last Airbender. The Netflix series. I know you haven't watched it.
Nah, not a big fan.
Not a big fan, I know. I'm a big fan. I was impressed for the first 4 episodes of the 8-episode season 1. And the second 4 episodes, I'm just kind of like...
Wouldn't you have watched the anime?
I did.
Yeah. Is it the same?
It's not exactly the same, but it's way better than the last last Airbender movie that they did some years ago, which was terrible. At least this one, they actually work with Nickelodeon and they try to encapsulate some of the stuff in there.
Is this the OG, whatever his name is? Or is it the Korra?
No, the Ang, right. The OG, whatever his name is. Ang, yeah. Right. Even though Ang is looking very soft in the first season of this Netflix.
Yeah.
But I hope he gets more badass, because I'm here for the badass, bro.
Yeah, of course.
I'm not here for the soft hugs and everything, you know. But yeah, that's what I'm watching right now.
Was Korra the resurrection of Ang?
Yeah, Korra is the second Avatar.
Yeah.
But she's badass.
But she is not Ang.
No. Oh. She when Ang died, the Avatar spirit is resurrected into Manu.
Okay, I get it now.
What about you? You watching anything?
I watched Demon Slayer, finished it.
You watched it?
Yeah.
Demon Slayer?
Yeah.
Blood clots!
Do you know the Japanese title of Demon Slayer?
Wait, when you started?
Just last week. I just kind of under stress. I work, get home,
watch Demon Slayer?
Watch Demon Slayer.
Oh, that's the best remedy, doggy. You should have started with that. Okay.
Start with that. Yeah, it's
Who's
cool.
your favorite character?
Cool. I think it's very cool. Yeah, who? Good question. Don't remember their names.
All right, describe them.
The guy, the guy who has the fire ability.
What the Fire Master guy?
The Fire Master guy
on the train, with the train.
On the train, yeah.
That was wicked, bro. That was my.
But he died. I was like, that was crazy.
He was one of my favorites.
Yeah.
But my favorite.
But his backstory is actually quite sad.
Yeah. Trying to always the boy, the
boy and the disappointed father.
Trying to appease the father, especially the firstborn son, trying to live up to the father's expectation.
Yeah.
It's actually a story for most men, to be honest. Trying to get your father's approval. Very spoke to me. And what about the guy who sleeps, but whenever he's in danger, he turns into his badass.
His badass when he
What's
sleeps.
his name again, boy? Oh gosh, everybody who listening will be like, come on, you know that.
I don't even remember all the characters' names.
Inosuke.
No, Inosuke is the pig.
Inosuke
the pig head.
is the boar.
The boar head, yeah.
And then
Yeah, now I remember Inosuke.
Lord Inosuke is coming true. And then the other one is oh my god.
Even the main character, I don't even remember his name. Do you even remember the main character's
I know
name?
Nezuko, the girl.
Nezuko, I know you're the sister.
I forget Lightning Boy.
Even the brother.
Thunder Boy.
Thunder Boy.
Thunder Form. Fuck. I'm messing it up. But anyway,
Yeah.
he is my favorite character, which I can't remember his name.
Kind of
I'm embarrassed.
badass. Yeah. Kind of badass. But did you actually watch? Wait. Which season is this on Netflix?
On Netflix, I haven't watched the last season on Netflix.
Is it called the Entertainment District? This arc Entertainment District.
I don't know.
This is after the train. After the train incident,
after
when the
train
fire master
incident,
died.
Yeah, after that, the season I watched was when they went into the
They went pimping
when
the
they
entertainment
went
industry. Yeah,
pimping. I didn't really like that one, but
Yeah.
so what it is. So far the train is my favorite season so far.
Yeah.
But there's another season I
cool.
need to watch that I think is still on Netflix.
Which is the pimping one.
No.
After the pimping is the
After
SWAT
Pimping.
village. Yeah, after pimping. Yeah,
I haven't seen After Pimping.
after pimping is also I would say.
Ooh,
that's-
as you see that, you see how I going on vacation tomorrow. I gonna watch that.
What do you mean tomorrow? Where are you going?
I start vacation as of tomorrow.
Right. But you're not going anywhere. You're supposed to be
Going
going
Switzerland.
by Easter.
For Easter, but
Yeah.
for the first few days I'll just be
All
here.
right, cool.
Blood Clot, my boy watching Demon Slayer.
Yeah,
Big up yourself, my
I always did watch it. I mean, I watched it when it was on Netflix. Then I kind of stream on other platforms. On Netflix, it's a little slower than other platforms.
I'm a as well. Anyone who's listening could realize I'm a pseudo anime fan
Yeah, I think so. You got a little anime.
because for me the
passion.
anime but it's not heavy. For example, like hardcore anime fans tell me that they listen to it in Japanese.
Yeah.
I don't. I listen to it in English.
English. Yeah.
With-
I listen to it in Japanese.
And
I'm a sub, not a dub. You're a dub.
I'm a dub.
Yeah.
And for me, like my introduction to anime was stuff like Pokemon, Dragon Ball Z, Yu-Gi-Oh,
And you watch them in English too?
all of them.
Wow.
Batusai,
Batusai. Yeah, Samurai X.
Kenshin, Samurai X as
Samurai
well.
X, yeah.
Samurai X, Samurai Jack. Well, that's kind of
Samurai Jack.
cartoon.
No, Samurai Jack is different.
Yeah.
The Samurai X was the start of
Samurai X was, I would have said, my
Anime.
hardcore anime. though.
anime journey.
I think it would have been Yu-Gi-Oh and Samurai X,
X.
my hardcore. Like Samurai X was also dark.
Samurai Jack or Samurai X?
Samurai X was also dark.
Samurai X is dark.
And I was like, I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Dark, brutal,
Ooh.
very beautifully drawn.
Wonderfully.
Yeah.
When he's Kenshin and then when he's Batusai,
Batusai.
it's different, bro.
Badass. Yeah.
I think, and that's what I like these animes for, when they go badass. I remember when the first time I saw Yu-Gi-Oh, I was seeing like the soft version of him, of Yugi.
Yeah. And then
When he goes into
goes
like
in
play
serious
mode,
mode.
and then he's like badass. It's like, ooh, this is fire.
what's his name? Pharaoh
Yeah, the
Tutankhamun.
Pharaoh.
Tutankhamun take
don't-
over. not the Egyptian king.
I have cards, bro. I had a whole dragon deck that I used to specialize and save.
Alright.
Yeah, I have a story.
You're a blue eyes guy or a what's that red dragon?
Slifer.
That's
Sky
the
Dragon.
god the god card.
Yeah, Slifer.
Slifer. Yeah. I was always a Slifer. I wasn't really getting onto the whole blue eyes
White Dragon.
play type.
I remember like around the days of
Kaiba's setup.
yeah, around the days of Yu-Gi-Oh was also around the days of The Matrix.
Yeah,
Right? And I remember we used to have this thing in TNT called Anime City, where it's like a Comic Con.
Yeah.
Everyone who's nerdy enough, who into cards.
Anime con. Yeah.
It's like an anime con. You bring your Yu-Gi-Oh cards, bring your Pokemon cards. You come, you trade, you buy stuff. People dress up in
Play
their
with people.
costumes. They cosplay on. Some people dress up in those days because Matrix was new. Everybody had the full black outfit and the boots like Neo walking through. I remember one time, bro.
Everybody tried to dress like Neo.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you. I remember one time, bro.
Or what about?
Let me just land this.
Please.
My mom, she gave. I was young, bro. I was a young teenager. My mom, she gave me like $100 for my younger brother and I to go to one of these anime cities, these Comic Cons, and we went together. But I was walking around and I saw guys trading cards and whatnot, and there was this guy who had this ultra rare dragon card, and he asked my brother to take a picture of it so I could insert it in the pod, and he was selling it for $70 TT, and I had 100, and I was supposed to be for my brother and I to have lunch until my mom comes first in the evening. Bro, I remember I greedily bought that card and I hid from my brother for the entire day.
And your brother doesn't know where the $100 went.
He couldn't find me. He had to go to like the security and ask the security to help them
Sir,
find his older brother.
Where's my brother?
And I was like hiding in like some rooms. They also were showing like anime movies. And like I was like hiding in the background in one of the rooms just like watching the movie.
Yikes.
And I saw the security come with this little boy by the door. He's like, you seeing him?
Looking for the brother.
I felt terrible after that, bro. I felt terrible after that. When I went to him after, I was like, you hungry? He's like, yeah.
then what did you tell him? I don't have the money.
I told him I don't really have a lot of money. But I don't think I told him I bought the card. I don't think I ever told him I bought the card.
But does he know that you have $100?
He knew that I was supposed to be responsible and feed him.
Ah, right. But he doesn't know how much money you have on you.
I don't know. I can't remember. All I remember is my mom gave me $100 and I saw the card for $70. And
God
I was
damn.
like, I need it. I need it in my veins.
I hope you still have it, man.
I still do.
Resell value.
I don't know.
Might cost more than what you spend.
It definitely cost more than $70.
Oh yeah, put it out, man.
For sure.
Don't really need it anymore.
But Matrix and stuff was also very bad in those times. That's when they were now experimenting with CGI.
Yeah.
And there was guys doing the reverse when Neo would bend back and
the bullet dodge.
Everybody would be practicing that in high school, bro. That was good times, bro. That was good times.
Pardon my ignorance, but was it an all black anime con?
What do you mean?
Like it's on TNT. This anime con was on TNT.
What do you mean on TNT?
It's back home, yes. This anime con.
Mm-hmm.
Is it full of Caribbean people?
Well, yeah, because
it's ignorant of me, but I can never imagine a full anime con.
You're talking about it was a lot of Asian people there.
Yeah, in this sense, I say was it an all black anime con? There's no probably there was very less Asian people at anime con.
Yeah, absolutely.
Would it have been that case?
It would have been
How does it look like? How does an anime con look like on TNT?
Contrary to your belief, it would be Indian people, Negro people, a few white people.
Definitely a few.
Very few Asian people, but yeah, more white people than Asian people. And by
That is
Asian
wild.
I mean Chinese Asian.
Yeah.
Not like Indian Asian, because there will be a lot of Indian people.
Right. Yeah. Fair skinned Asian people.
Yeah.
Or
but because the Caribbean has so much hybridization, it's not like one type of skin tone. It's multiple shades.
Of course.
Multiple shades of Indian people, multiple shades of Negro people.
But I would have imagined, like a Islander anime con.
Yeah, but we're not coming there with palm tree shirts.
No, of course not.
We're coming there with the Matrix outfits.
I'm saying it's just so
hard for you to believe.
Foreign to my imagination, because I've only seen anime con in Asia where it's full of Asian people.
That's like if you tell me
anime con in America where it's full of white people.
Okay, that's like if you tell me you go to like a party in Malaysia and you see a whole bunch of Chinese people twerking, and I was like, I can't see
I
it.
can't see it.
I
You
need
can't
to-
see it.
I need to see it, bro.
You-
It's like they have dumplings. Like
Well,
girls
I
with
don't
dumplings.
know. I can't tell you that. I haven't seen it myself too. I haven't seen it myself too. That would be wild.
Yeah,
Ooh, would
but
have been
I
wild
would
too.
be interested to see it. I'd be like, all right, they're throwing it back.
Yeah.
All right.
I would give them credits too if they do. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy how time has changed.
But I was since I was a teenager. That's always been anime.
Yeah, of course. I'm not saying that there was not. I mean, because given the fact that you say you watch Pokemon and Dragon Ball, at first when I
Pokemon
heard
was in primary school.
at first when I heard it was, to me it was wild too. Hearing that from you, I was like, wow,
Pokemon?
yeah.
Why?
I don't know, just having the idea that it's more common in the West than it is in the East. It's just a little bit foreign to me. I figured that you might have known a little bit, but you talk about it a lot more in depth.
I'm wearing
Then
a Pokemon shirt, bro. I
Is that
have
a
Pi-
Pokemon shirt?
I literally have Pikachu
Ah,
on my
Pikachu.
chest, bro.
Ah, that's nice.
Did you ever watch the first Pokemon movie?
Yeah. The
When,
Mewtwo, when Pikachu cried into a stone,
Bro, I
frozen
cried, bro.
ash.
I cried, bro. When Avatar, when Ash turned into stone and Pikachu was like, choo, choo. I was like, oh, I was in my feels, bro. My eyes was full of water. I was like, oh my god.
I think every teenager, no, every
Pokemon boy fan.
every teen
Every
or,
teen
or,
fan,
or
yeah.
little kid
Little
that
kid.
watched it
Boy or girl.
teared up.
Yeah, I definitely teared up.
Yeah.
That's like kind of like
100%.
well, I don't know if you're not into Disney as much, but like when Mufasa died in Lion King, I was in my fields.
When Mufasa died. Oh, Mufasa, sorry.
Please tell me you saw Lion King.
Yeah, of course.
Cool.
I always mistake Mufasa for the villain. But Mufasa
Scar.
is the father. That's Scar, sorry. Yeah.
What I don't like, from an ethical standpoint,
Right.
is that final scene of brother fighting brother in Lion King.
Scar's son?
No,
Which?
sorry, you're very right. Brother fighting brother in the beginning of the movie, he and Mufasa, and then brother fighting nephew, Scar versus Simba in the ending scene. I don't like.
A brother fighting nephew. Scar versus Simba, right.
I don't like family turmoil like that. I wish
Yeah.
Disney did it in a different way. That it wasn't family.
You know, funny enough, I actually never seen Scar as a family member.
I mean, he's the brother.
Yeah,
He's
yeah, yeah,
Mufasa's
yeah, yeah.
brother.
I don't. Well, when I was a kid, I'm not that literate as well, so I probably never picked up that Scar was the brother. I always thought it was just somebody in the family, somebody in like a distant relative. I don't know. I didn't pick it up as somebody close to Mufasa.
His brother, bro.
Yeah, shit.
That's why only from that standpoint I don't like. I was like, why Disney do that, bro? But yeah, still one of my favorite.
Did you actually end up watching the second Lion King,
Yeah.
where
Yeah.
the son, probably that was the son of Scar?
Could never be the son of Scar. It was that was Kovu. He was raised in the imprint of Scar
Ah, right.
from a girl that Scar had a little affiliations with on the outside.
Ah, never knew.
But if you watch the two Lion Kings, Lion King 2 fight scenes is way softer
Than the
than
first one.
Lion King 1 fight
Oh yeah,
scenes.
yeah.
Do you have any classic childhood movie that you
Well-
really enjoy? We spoke about Pokemon, we spoke about
Pokemon.
Lion King. One of your classic childhood movies.
It's hard, man. I think probably Pokemon
The first
and
one.
Samurai X.
That's not a movie.
Oh, movie. Yeah. Can't pull it off my head right now.
Fair enough. Yeah, we used to watch. Have you ever seen the Ace Ventura movies?
Who? What?
Do you know Jim Carrey?
Jim Carrey, yeah.
Have you ever seen him act as Ace Ventura?
Ace Ventura,
Pet
right.
Detective.
Ace Ventura, don't recall it quite
It's
much.
hilarious.
I say The Mask is my classic.
That's for that. So when you think of
Jim
Jim Carrey,
Carrey,
you
The
think of-
Mask.
Cameron Diaz
Gold.
was so attractive in
Gold.
that movie.
Yeah, yeah.
1994 Mask.
Early,
Cameron
early,
Diaz.
early fantasies.
Cameron Diaz is one of my celebrity crushes even till now.
Damn right.
With her wrinkled self, I am attracted to
She's-
Cameron Diaz, bro. She has imprinted on me since The Mask, bro. When she was in that red dress,
Ageless. Ooh, yikes.
I was like, my goodness, my goodness.
I'll be like, please sign me up.
Take my no. Whew.
Give me that mask.
Give me the mask, bro. I was like, I need that mask in my life, bro. I need it in my veins.
Yeah, the mask, you know, when you think about the concept of the mask, it's basically just someone putting on the mask of confidence,
And being all that they can be.
being all they can be. Try to be a different person
Not
from
being
who,
inhibited by society and society's expectations.
not being inhibited by his limitations.
Yeah?
Yeah, because he's a normal person,
Yeah, he was a bit of a lame-o.
a bit of a lame-o, and then put on a mask, and then he just whoa, wow.
The guy with the green face, but he gets the girls, he gets everybody dancing conga.
Go
in the-
crazy.
in the
Conga.
street, in the street.
I love that.
Chick chiddy boo, chick chiddy boo, chick chiddy boo.
Wow, that was gold. Doing the conga. Wow,
You
that's
should also
gold.
check out Ace Ventura. Bro.
That's gold. Ace Ventura, I think I wa-
he would have you.
I think I watched it.
Screaming,
Just
bro.
don't quite remember.
We should watch it sometime, bro. We should.
Anytime.
Jim Carrey was beyond his time.
But even now, I think he is a very unique character. I don't know what kind of
Absolutely.
character he's still playing in real life. He's still playing some kind of character
Oh.
right at this moment.
Jim Carrey does stuff now still.
No, like he's playing some kind of character in real life. It's as if maybe he does that intentionally, being that he's famous and has some money to live on until to the end of his life. He's playing some kind of weird character that everybody
Like what?
Couldn't
what-
relate to.
Like what type of character were you talking about?
he doesn't act like a normal person. If you watch his, I don't know, interview when he talks in the public, he he's like an oddball right now.
He's Jim Carrey, bro.
Odd in the like he's bringing the character
All-
on screen.
All great people are a bit odd, bro.
He's bringing the character on screen into real life.
All great people are a bit
Yeah,
odd,
I know.
bro. They're
I
not
mean-
normal.
But then again, most people don't take their characters off screen. You get what I mean? But he takes his character off screen. So whatever he is,
or maybe he is like that, and they just put it on screen for people to see.
I guess I'll never know.
Yeah. Have you ever seen him in Living Color, like when he really came out? Have you ever seen it in Living Color?
I've seen what?
Have you ever seen In Living Color?
Oh, the film.
In Living Color is like a series back in the day where Jim Carrey, Jennifer Lopez, the Wayans brothers, old comedians, they made a name for themselves when they were coming onto the scene as comedians and actors.
No.
It's because of In Living Color, Jim Carrey and other comedians that you know now, people like Jennifer Lopez that you know bigger now,
Yeah.
it's because of In Living Color. That's where they get the that's where they bust. That's like where
Yeah.
they came out. You know?
All right.
Like J-Lo used to be a dancer on
Correct.
In Living Color. And she's multifaceted, bro. She's a singer, she's an actress, she's a dancer,
She's everything.
she's a baddie.
She's a baddie.
She's Ben Affleck's girl.
Yeah. Still. I mean,
Still.
on and off.
On and off,
On
but
and off.
they love each other.
That's cool love.
That's hardcore love.
Yeah.
She still has a banging physique. Like J-Lo is she's all that
ageless.
in a bag of chips.
She's ageless.
Yeah. She drinking something. I don't know what she drinking, but whatever she drinking, I need to get a sip
Some
of
kind
it, man.
of baby juice.
Fountain of youth water. Yeah. All right, man. Yeah. Good times reminiscing on older days.
Damn right.
And sometimes I feel sorry for like the kids of the new generation. Like they don't have these kind of come up shows that we had, you know.
Yeah, it depends. I don't think they are short of resources.
Of course not.
They could easily just find it if they want to, you know.
Yeah, but they wouldn't know about it unless their parents tell them about it constantly.
Of course.
Like I would have to tell my kids about Pokemon back in my day, first generation Pokemon.
I think
Bulbasaur.
given enough people talking about it,
Charmander, Char.
Charizard,
If you had to choose,
Charmander. I'm a Charmander guy.
yeah,
I'm a dragon guy.
yeah, same.
Number 2, Squirtle. Number 3 is everybody puts Bulbasaur at
as
the
number
end
3.
always.
So sad, huh?
I think it's just
But
it's
Blastoise,
it's hard.
Squirtle at his final form, when it's a Blastoise blast, and you see those cannons come out here. Oh, Blastoise battle.
But actually Bulbasaur
Get
would
excited.
have been yeah. It's not that it's not cool. Like Ivysaur is cool. It's just hard to control.
And you think Charizard is not hard to control?
No, given the element, no.
You see how long it take Ash to control Charizard,
No. I meant in the game. If you play the Pokemon game,
bro.
the easy pick is always fire. The grass type is always difficult because it's too
I never
it's
played
too
the game,
weak
actually.
against other elements.
I actually never played the game.
No, I never played the game.
No.
I played the game before the film,
On
so it's
Nintendo,
Game
Boy.
Game Boy. Yeah.
the green screen or the colored.
No, black and white. The green screen, the black and white one.
So you had one,
Yeah,
the first Game Boy.
the first Game Boy.
Did you get the color after?
Nah,
Oh,
I only played black and white, and then that was it.
I
got lucky, I think. Bought a second hand from somebody and just
I had black and white, and I got the color later. But I remember having the black and white and the color, and I would sit down behind
What
the
did you
curtain.
play?
I would play Sonic. I would play Mario. What else did I play? I can't remember. I know Sonic and Mario for sure, and I would sit down behind the curtain
Right.
of a window at home
because
because my parents are looking for me and they can't find me. So I'm just hiding behind behind the curtains.
behind curtain playing it.
playing. And at night, like there was this little attachment where you could plug it in like a little
A light.
a little light.
Wow, you have that too.
I had the light over it and I was
Damn.
playing, bro.
Nah, I don't.
To the point where
When it's time to sleep, I sleep. I don't get
Nah,
a
bro.
light
I
attachment.
couldn't sleep, bro. I got the light attachment, and I remember the problem was the batteries, bro. I would put the batteries in the fridge to cool down and hope. I don't know what was the reasoning behind this. In my mind, I thought putting batteries that are almost dead in the fridge gives them like a little bit more juice.
More juice, yeah. Remaining juice. Might have. It might have.
I did that for years. Not just with Game Boy, like when I had remote control cars and everything.
Yeah.
I tried to squeeze out every ounce of juice I could get from
Wow.
those batteries, bro. Good times.
Good times.
I would always say millennials had the best time because we had that transition period of going outside to play, but also being introduced to like electronic gaming.
True.
So that was nice. As
We were
compared to now, it's just like
Lucky, but today it's just everything is just
electronic
before
gaming.
you. Everything is available to you.
You have to tell your kids to go out and play.
Or maybe just try not to introduce electronics too early.
Easier said than done.
age.
When your kid is being frustrating and you could just put on the TV and let them watch TV. You might put on that television so you can get some peace of mind.
That sort of gave me a flash. I won't say a flashback, but a flash of a dystopian future of how electronic is so easily available today, and in the future everything will be governed by electronics.
I've been saying this forever, bro.
Skynet.
Exactly. I do not believe by the time that you and I are able to have children who are old enough to drive, I do not believe that they will learn physically how to drive. I believe that they will be learning what app is the best app to download to drive their cars.
Or be driven
By a self-driving car.
by a self-driving car. Yeah. Even today, you have Uber, you have all that apps, whatever it is.
The technology is already out today where some cars are self-driving. I do not believe children that our kids, when they are 17, 16, will actually physically learn how to drive anymore. Yeah.
It's wild.
Yeah. AI, as ingenious as it is, unfortunately would remove a lot of jobs.
But who is at fault here? Who do you think is at fault here?
It's difficult to say because
It's us. We are driving it forward. We let technology govern us, generally speaking. Like everything, if somebody's mad at something, if somebody's mad out in the open, in public about something, some bad policy, the first thing you do is what? Get on the computer.
Make an app.
Or make an app, or write things, or start a petition on the internet. You know, somebody wants to commit a murder somewhere in secret, goes in a dark web. Do you know the dark web?
I've seen a Netflix documentary about Don't F with Cats, where they found like some guy that was doing some
shady business.
On dark web.
Yeah.
I don't even know the darkest web that I do is pornography, bro. That's my dark web. Just
that's the tip of
that's
the
tip of the dark web.
Yeah.
That's where I go, man. I lime at the tip. Stay at the tip.
That's before.
Pause.
Stay on the tip.
Pause.
That's really just your toe dipping right into the darkness. It's
Well,
not
then
even
that's
a darkness yet.
That's a toe dip in the
Yeah.
incognito. But
Yeah.
that's as far as I go. I think the
me
darkest
too.
I've ever seen, sadly to say, is like when I was in high school. It's fucked up when you think about it. But in high school, there was some videos circulating around. That was the time of the Afghan war, in Afghanistan, and there would be like some guys would have like beheadings on their phone.
Yikes!
And that was like wild.
You got
to me.
exposed to it.
I remember seeing it on cell phones, and I was like, "This can't be real."
Yeah, that's wild.
That's like the
But
darkest I've ever seen.
That's as far as.
And then
we're
you would
go-
see some bestiality.
Yikes!
I saw 2 girls, 1 cup
Yeah,
on a
yikes.
cell phone.
Oh yeah, that's wild.
That's dark web.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's as far as we go, I guess, because that's not a topic that everybody should be talking about.
2 girls, 1 cup.
2 girls, 1 cup. No. Dark web in general. People should be aware of the dark web, but people also should be aware not to dip their toes into it.
Because it could go down a rabbit hole.
It's very, very dangerous. Not just that, but because the dark web will come to you. Because once you dip your toe into dark web, the dark web comes to you.
You see, my porn comes to me.
No, not porn, but maybe.
Oh.
Porn knows how to target you with ads. I don't know.
That's wild, bro. Sometimes you'll be on the toe dipping dark web.
Yeah.
And then you'll see like ads coming up with your. I don't want to see these things right now, man. I'm here for one purpose and one purpose only.
Rub
I'm
one
here
out.
for. I'm here for a short time, not a long
Long
time.
time.
Come on, man. Don't try to advertise anything to me. I can't think right now.
It's crazy.
Come on. Do you remember when high speed internet was becoming a thing?
That you don't have to dial. You don't need to dial up anymore.
I remember I used to be kind of
I was like, finally I get to play Counter-Strike with no buffer.
online.
Yeah.
I never played games online. Besides when I got a
That's
console.
when Counter-Strike goes online.
I remember I played Call of Duty online on my PlayStation. I loved it. Like every time I watch streams now on Instagram and
Pew,
stuff,
pew,
with
pew, pew,
people,
pew.
I'm like, it speaks to like an inner child in me. Like it
Yeah.
speaks to my inner teenager, where it's like, bro, let's just get back on a PS5, bro. Let's just do it. I need it in my veins.
I need it in my
A part of me is like, that's why I didn't buy the PS5, you know.
Right.
You told me not to buy it as well because you was like, bro, can you control yourself?
Yeah.
And I had to think about it. I was like, maybe not. But then if I made money from it, like if I did a streaming platform to make some money from it, like because I'm not a good player,
Well,
so I'll be like, I'll make a streaming platform about to show people how shitty, but eventually how good I could get.
right.
But I enjoyed.
I mean, if
playing
you can
Call of
afford,
Duty.
if you can afford free time to play games, I say why not. I got very successful friends that can afford free time.
I don't really have a lot of free time. Bro. I would have to plan that in.
I say eventually you come to that point where you can afford a career that allows you some free time to yourself, do some things, have fun.
With that said, please subscribe to Dumplings and Somethings, guys, so we can give you more content and allow us to afford careers that could give us a little free time so that we can create more content for you.
More like allow us to have a career in talking online
And reaching out and providing value for you.
while having a PS5.
I would love that, bro. Like, I remember back, like, the games that I grew up playing on my consoles. You said Counter-Strike, yeah?
Counter-Strike is PC, it's not
It's
console.
PC.
Yeah.
For me, it was Need for Speed,
Oh, yes.
FIFA,
Yeah, played some.
Call of Duty, God of War. I grew up on those
Yeah.
4 games. Every
God of War, yes.
it would automatically be the newer version of every year or every other year, religiously.
Yeah.
And it went like that until I was like 20, from like 14 to 20.
Man, you're lucky.
Good day. I mean,
I think I had
you started off the conversation saying that you had a place. You started off the Game Boy conversation.
Yeah, I had a Game Boy, but I didn't have a console. I never had a console.
You had a gaming computer.
I had a computer, but
I didn't have a gaming computer.
I didn't have a gaming computer. I had a computer that could afford me to play only one game, Counter-Strike.
Counter-Strike. So after that,
So it's just pew 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 pew.
so after Counter-Strike, what was next? No Halo, no nothing on your computer.
No, I did load like we call it a virtual console, like pirated version of Game Boy games.
Oh,
So it's called an emulator. Emulator.
I remember those days.
So emulator, you load as many console games as you can. So I think I get to play some of the PS1 or 2 games on an emulator on PC.
Now, don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
I had PlayStation 1 to PlayStation 3 growing up.
yeah,
But
that's nice.
They were always secondhand. They were secondhand from my cousins.
Yeah, I think that's
from the States.
those days we don't know how to do secondhand as much as we do now in today's age.
My mom, it was easy. My cousins would buy it in the Americas. They would play it. They would get tired of it because Americans get tired of things very quickly.
Oh, yeah.
And then
Such a strong consumerist
consumer
society.
lifestyle.
Yeah.
And then my mom would contact her sister and be like,
You have a second-hand console?
"Yeah, my boys would love it." That it went from PlayStation 1 to 2 to 3.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. I remember because my father was asking us when he was also excited that we were getting a PlayStation 1, and in those days when I went to primary school, the conversation was Nintendo,
Right.
Nintendo 64.
Right.
So I used to be like, "Dad, I want a Nintendo. I don't want a PlayStation."
plays a Nintendo.
No one, no. I used to be like, I don't know anybody who plays PlayStation that much because it was Mario Kart on the
Right.
Nintendo 64.
Ah.
But then when the PlayStation 1 came and I heard that when it starts,
Yeah, the bourgeois. The
I was
bourgeois.
like, I need it in my blood. I need it in my veins. I need it.
Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah, I loved it, man. I still love it. Like, Loki still want a PS5 though.
But I would circle that back to the idea of addiction. Can get easily addicted.
If I make money from it, is that bad?
That is the dilemma of the 21st century. If I make money, if somebody makes money out of streaming game,
Streaming now is like kids now want to be influencers to make money.
but then again, what kind of influencing that do you do? You're shouting.
It's wild, right?
You're yelling at some other players online while being so-called quote unquote good.
You're being good. You're being
good
charismatic.
player.
Like for me, I know I would be cursing in like Caribbean curse words
Yeah.
if I'm dying at
You sent
if
me
I'm
some
dying
of those
at
clips.
if I'm dying at like Call of Duty, I'll be
Yeah.
like, how do you yeah.
Not the blood clot.
Yeah, I'll be saying that all the time.
Yeah.
But we would say like in like TNT, we would say mother cunt.
Mother cunt. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll be like, what do you mean mother? I know I would be dying, but I'll be comical with it, bro.
Everybody's be cursing at each other's mother.
Yeah.
Typical of all gamers for some reason.
Yeah, bro. I remember some gamers, bro. Like when I played, they were hardcore, bro. And they would make you feel like a child.
Yeah, it's a lot of bullying in gaming.
It's
In
bullying.
gaming, it's a lot of bullying, because this. Well, don't take my word for it, but of course, I think many people, many gamers are a little immature.
I guess. I don't
They're
know.
not then. I would say more than 50%, or maybe a little more, are basically kids, or maybe young adults that probably has a little more money than usual and spends most of their time playing game. They are very,
they're also very
isolated.
They don't interact as much
people.
with other people.
So they are bad with
Interpersonal
personal
skills. Coming back to the conversation that we had
interpersonal
before
skills, yeah.
about how to communicate
Exactly.
with people. We call a game over there.
Game over.
Game over. GG, guys. Remember, play a little bit of your games and go outside and play as well and learn your interpersonal skills.
Damn
Because
right.
you don't want to be stressed out in the people them workplace. Bye.